When I was a kid growing up in Florida, you gotta imagine what it's like. So I live in Florida. No. I'm a weird kid. I've got earrings at like 15. I'm sensitive. I don't know if you guys know a lot about growing up in Florida, but one of the worst things you can be is sensitive. So I was a sensitive kid growing up in Florida. I didn't know anything about cars. I didn't know anything about guns. I didn't know anything about sports. But my hormones were raging. And so I would go to these parties and I really just wanted to fit in, but I couldn't fit in. And I learned how to play music. And my goal was, I would show up at these parties. And I would wait. And I would wait. And I would wait. For all of the jocks to get really drunk. And get into a fight or pass out. And leave me their girlfriends. And my songs. And I would play music. Now, I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of fucking cringy and creepy. Now, but it was all I had. It was my thing. It was my only thing that I could do. So I would be like, hey, Stacy. There's a lot of Stacys in Florida. I'd be like, hey, Stacy. What's wrong? Oh. Did Sean get drunk and leave you here? A lot of Sean's too, by the way. I'm not making these things up. These are numbers. Well, here, sit down. Let me help you out. I'm stuck on you. I got a feeling down deep in my soul that I just can't lose. Guess I'm on my way. And I was on my way, ladies and gentlemen. It didn't always work, but it was the only thing that did work. So, thing is, sometimes you use your powers for evil. So I had this and I was using my powers for evil. Or at least, what do you call them? Bad, chaotic, good, bad, good. Like it was somewhere in that zone. But then when I was growing up, my mom had cancer. I was 12 years old. My mom had Hodgkin's, and they gave her 6 months to live, and so we spent all of our time getting her back to health. And she got back to health, and she went into and got into remission again. But the point of it was that you're 12 years old, you're 13 years old, and you are learning adult things. You are going to school and trying to pretend that you're one of them, but then you go home and you're being something else. You're a caregiver at a very young age, and you're having to learn these things that you didn't think you would have to learn. So somewhere in my 20s, I was writing songs, and I was writing songs from the outside in. I was writing songs that I wanted people to think about me and what they meant, but I wasn't writing songs about my life. And this was the first song that I wrote that was about my life. And because of this song, I played it for Paul Doucette, and he joined Matchbox 20, and Matchbox 20 started to happen. And so this was kind of like an impetus for a lot of things. And this was just, sometimes songs are just about, you're just trying to work through a lot of shit. Woo! She said it's cold outside, she hands me my raincoat. She's always worried about things like that. She said it's all gonna end and it might as my fault. She always sleeps when it's raining, and she screams, but her voice is strange, and she says, it's 3 a.m., I must be lonely. She says, baby, and I can't help but be scared of it all. Sometimes, but the rain's gonna wash away, I believe it now. Right now. She's got a little bit of something, God, it's better than nothing. And in her color portrait world, she believes that she's got it all going on. She swears the moon don't hang as quite as high as it used to. And she only sleeps when it's raining, and she screams until her voice is strained, and she says, it's 3 a.m., I must be lonely. She says, baby, and I can't help but be scared of it all sometimes. But the rain's gonna wash away, I believe in this. God help me, I believe this. She believes her life is made up of all that she's used to. And the clock on her wall has been stuck at 3 for days and days and days and days. And she thinks that happiness is a map that sits on her doorway. Yeah, but outside it stopped raining. She says, baby, if it's 3 a.m., I must be lonely. She says, baby, but I can't help but be scared